You gotta get out before it buries you. This message is gonna hit home for a lot of people. But first, I want to start by thanking everyone that sent me messages saying I inspired them and I inspired them to do something with their life, because you guys also inspire me. I want to start with a story. They put a frog in cold water, and slowly but surely they start heating up that water, and the frog always stays in. The frog stays in thinking, I'm gonna jump later once the water becomes unbearable. But because the water is heating up slowly, the frog never actually jumps and dies in this boiling water. And for a lot of people, this is what we're experiencing. We are that frog, and the water is boiling slowly but surely. If you live in a Western world, a lot of people tell me, they send me messages, it's Gilly, shout out to It's Gilly, shout out to everybody that sent me emails, because I know you guys are not alone. We all feel that way, and we feel a sense of unfulfillment. We're not fulfilled. But guess what? You cannot deny your feelings anymore, because that instinct, that intuition, that inner voice is more powerful than AI times 100 million. And this is God that put that voice in you, so you can listen to it. All right, so today we have to stop shouting that voice down. And also, you gotta know that if you're not feeling fulfilled and you're feeling like you're staying in a comfort zone, it's not comfort, it's a slow death. You're dying slowly, just like this frog that thinks, I'm gonna jump later, I'm gonna jump later. You're 30 years old. When is later? At 30 years old, you shouldn't be questioning life so much. You should be actually enjoying life, and you should be making money. You should be enjoying life. Look at me, I come out after the gym, I walk a little bit here, and then I'm gonna go train some clients, eat, and watch a YouTube video. Is that, and maybe a Netflix show, is that what a human in his 30 years old, a man, should be living? Is that the peak of masculinity? I don't think so. I think there's so much more that we can do in life, and our potential is so much greater, and we all have gifts and talent. The Bible says that we all have been given gifts and talents, and a lot of time we don't use those gifts. A lot of time you think, yeah, I just like playing soccer. But maybe the fact that God gave you that talent of playing soccer, just like this guy here is playing behind me, maybe because God gave you that gift, well, you gotta exercise it and create a path with it. All right, maybe you like drawing, maybe you like cooking, but a lot of times when we are in discomfort, we kind of give up on our gifts, we kind of give up on our talents, and we think that it's just gonna be a hobby, and I'm just gonna go through life without realizing that we are slowly dying, and sooner we're gonna be 40, 50, 60, and there's gonna be no way for us to go. All right, because nobody, I mean, you're not gonna have the fire that you have right now, the fire in the belly. We don't have it at older age, but we can have it now. And this is why it's time to take that leap of faith and walk in the path that your instinct tells you. Follow that inner voice. Because if you think that, let's say Gilly, he told me he's going to Taiwan, he doesn't have everything figured out, but he's doing some Portuguese content. Shout out to Gilly, check him out. He's doing some Portuguese content, helping people learn Portuguese, even if he's American. He's enjoying it. I saw a few of his videos, and guess what? You don't know what this can lead to. You might end up, I don't know, meeting an amazing Portuguese ladies that will help you send that message to millions of people and help you, and you're gonna end up being a teacher of Portuguese in Taiwan. I don't even know, but you don't know what that thing can create. But as long as you're following something that gives you a little bit of fulfillment, and you're trying to think a little bit outside the box, this is where life happens. Because if you stay in the comfort, you are slowly dying. And this routine, man, the routine kills. We are in a time where people live as they're gonna live forever. Yeah, invest in your 401k, invest in the retirement. Yeah, in 35 years you'll have 2 millions. Yeah, think about your retirement plan. Bro, why would I think about a retirement plan if I'm not even living and enjoying and fulfilled right now? There's no point. There's no point for me to invest in something that will give me millions of dollars at 65 once I don't have health, well, hopefully I will, but once I'll be too old and not have all the energy that I have now. I'd much rather live now and enjoy every single day. And every single day is a gift, but sadly, we get used to the environment we're in. You talk to people, and people are like zombies here. Seriously, people are like zombies. It's like if people are being stripped away of their personality, of everything. It's just going to work and coming back from work and maybe going to the gym and then sleeping and repeating that, and on Saturday you do the groceries, and on Sunday you go to church or you go pray, or that's if you're lucky, and then you just repeat and repeat. What's the point of having kids and family and life and raising kids here? I mean, a lot of people will have kids just to coping with this life because they're not fulfilled, so they get kids and they get married because they think this is what will give them fulfillment. And yeah, it might for a year, up until they realize, man, I don't really like this person I'm with. I just married that person just to not be alone. And my kids, so much expense. I don't even have a life for me. I have to wake up in the middle of the night to clean their poop. And I just did all that because I wasn't ready. I just wanted to be fulfilled. And this is the trap. I believe that this is a trap, and it keeps people even more stuck. Buy a house and pay it for 20 years. Why would I buy a house and pay it for 20 years? If anything, it just puts you in more of a prison. I really believe that having no commitment and nothing ties you down is the opportunity of life. For every man in his end 20s or 30s, bro, it's time for you to put that backpack on. If you got a nice girlfriend that has the same mindset as you, do it. But if you got a relationship that is not helping you also experience the freedom of life, then it's just not for you. And you just move on and you just travel. And it's not always the solution to just traveling. Maybe for you it's not traveling, it's leaving your job and it's applying for doing something you enjoy, man. Doing something you enjoy. And I really think this is where we allow life to happen. All right, so this message is to motivate everybody. Think about that frog that is always thinking, I'm gonna jump later, I'm gonna jump later. There's not gonna be any later, bro. There's not gonna be any later. The water is boiling and it's time for you to take that leap of faith and jump out of that water, even if it's not comfortable. But there's a saying in French that says, in French, l'inconfort, le chemin. So the uncomfortable is the way. The way is not just going to the path that you already know. You already know that store. You already know that walk. You already know that gym. What are you gonna learn from what you know? You're basically closing down on life because you're just going to the places that you know and the places that you can control everything. Just go swim, jump in the water and swim. All right, that's it for this video, just to motivate everybody to do what you have in your mind, what you have in your heart. Listen to that inner voice and take that leap of faith. And worst thing, you just come back to where you are. You can always come back home. But if you're still living in your parents' place, 30 years old, playing video game, eating chips, and you're tired of this routine, it's time to do something about it. Or if you're fit, you go to the gym. But then you go out of the gym and you're like, okay, what do I do now? I'm in this big city where I don't see a lot of people that I can relate to. Well, change environment, because if I don't change the environment, I'm just gonna become like those people. And years from now, somebody will come like the same mindset as the young Charif. I'll be like, oh, no, don't do that, don't travel. You can't listen to people, man. We're listening to people that we don't even want their life. Most people that I tell them I want to travel, they kind of have that resentment that they didn't do it themselves, and they're tied in and they have a house and they have kids and they have a mortgage, that they tell me, no, just settle down here, bro, you need stability here. Yeah, it's because they can't do it, so they have a miserable life, so they want everybody to experience the same thing. That's pretty much it for this video. Stay motivated, guys. Do it. I see you soon. Ciao.